All right, Bears fans, we got some major injury news to discuss, and it is pretty dang good news. Welcome to the Chicago Bears Now. My name is Harrison Graham. We will tell you all about it here in just a moment, but the early returns are not great, folks. The Packers report taking us down here on Bears Now and new subscribers since we launched this sub battle yesterday. If you want free, daily Bears content, if you want to beat the Packers, hit that subscribe button. I'm rocking my Took the North shirt, just got in the mail today. Link in the description and comments if you want to get one yourself. But let's take down the Packers report and let's win this sub competition. All right, Rome Odunze is back. Ladies and gentlemen, you love to see it. Caleb Williams was asked about potentially getting Rome back, and he said, quote, "It's going to be great. Excited to have him back." Now, the initial injury report today has not dropped, but he's back. It looked like on the sideline last week, he was running, jumping around, getting the crowd into it. I think he could have played in that game if he had to. I expect him to be out there. Now, how big of a role will it be? I think even if it's a part-time role, this feels big because Rome Odunze is someone that you have to account for. I'm not saying you have to double him every play, but it just gives the Packers defense and Jeff Hafley another weapon to worry about, and it gives Caleb Williams another target to throw the football to. And it could be a blessing in disguise that he's missed this time because Caleb has built great rapport with Colston, Loveland, and Luther Burden since Rome Odunze has been out. Had a couple of nice games with DJ Moore as well, including the last game against the Packers. And now you've got all four of these guys together ready to go for this playoff game. You can't defend everybody. We know it's going to be schemed up. We know plays are going to be there to be made. You just have to make them. If you can protect up front, I expect opportunities down the football field in this game on Saturday night. So shout out to Rome Odunze for working hard, getting back. I expect to see him out there on Saturday. How about this one? Kyler Gordon, is he set to return? His practice window has been opened up, which means he will be out there practicing and getting ready to go for this football game on Saturday. I was told by a source that he's about 80% healthy, so he's not going to be full throttle. But who is this time of year? And let's face it, 80% Kyler Gordon, that's a pretty easy decision. I'm putting him out there compared to your other options because I do not expect C.J. Gardner-Johnson to play in this football game. Nick McLeod will probably play some snaps because Kyler Gordon probably can't handle a full workload, but I expect Gordon to play. The question is how much and how effective will he be. If he's 80% himself, I think that can be at least a solid player still, and that gives you some options. And if he's struggling a little bit laterally, at least he's a guy you can bring downhill, right? He can play and run support. He can come on blitz packages as well for Dennis Allen. It just gives you another chess piece, another option, if nothing else, for a defense that has been struggling quite a bit in recent weeks. So I'm excited to see him out there. If he suffers another soft tissue injury, so be it. I hope that's not the case. It's been a tough year for him, a frustrating year, but to me, it's worth the risk. It's like if he pulls his groin, his hammy again, well, lay off for a couple months and then attack it in the offseason because the stakes have never been higher for Kyler Gordon and this football team since he's been here. So let's get him on the field. Which return is bigger, assuming both play? Which one do you think is bigger for this team? Type RO for Rome Odunze or type KG for Kyler Gordon? I think if both are relatively similar in health, I actually think it's Gordon because this offense has still been humming at a pretty high level, even with Rome out. And Gordon could be a guy that could provide a real spark for a struggling unit on that side of the football. So I'm going to type my KG. All right, I'm also going to type shopmando.com because today's show is brought to you by Mando. Check out their whole body deodorant products and get 20% off all of their products with code CHAT at checkout. It's a new year, and it can be a new you if you start using Mando's whole body deodorant. Mando isn't just for your armpits. Mando's products are safe from head to toe. Whether it's the stick deodorant, spray deodorant, deodorant wipes, or body wash, Mando has you covered, as their products are clinically proven 72-hour odor control. Mando is real convenient to carry with you as well, as their products don't take up too much space. The deodorant wipes are really useful, especially after a round of golf or a workout. If you don't have time to go home, quick wipe down with a couple of their wipes and you are good to go. Can dispose of them easily. Some men mask their BO with scents. Mando men get the job done right. Don't mask it, Mando it. Available in retailers near you, or head to shopmando.com, because for a limited time, get 20% off site-wide with our exclusive code CHAT at shopmando.com, 20% off plus free shipping. That's shopmando.com. Please support our show. Tell them we sent you. Mando's got you covered with deodorant plus sweat control. Say goodbye to sweat stains and hello to long-lasting freshness. Okay, here's a big surprise on the injury front. Braxton Jones has had his 21-day practice window opened. I did not see this one coming. I don't want to say I forgot he was on the team, because he's been here for 4 years and he started a lot of games and all that stuff. But you almost do kind of forget, right? Like him and a guy like Karan Amagashi, it's like, oh yeah, they do exist. He has not played in a game since September 28th against the Raiders. He was benched mid-game. They brought in Ozzie Trapillo to play right tackle. Theo slid over to left tackle because he started at right tackle for Darnell Wright. And then Braxton, I believe, got hurt at practice that next week, and we have not seen him since. And I hadn't heard any reporting about he could get back, or he's been around the team, anything. You haven't seen him at any of the photos posted on social media. So this is a bit of a surprise, and the timing of it is curious to me. Does this signal something? Because Ozzie Trapillo did not play this past week, dealing with a knee and quad issue, and Theo Benedict did not play very well, filling in for Ozzie on Sunday. So is this kind of insurance because Theo struggled and they would want Ozzie or Braxton to be the backup, or are they concerned about Ozzie's leg not fully healing? If you've seen the video or photo pregame that circulated, he's got a big old bruise on the back of his right leg, which held him out against Detroit. Talking about Ozzie there. This has come completely out of nowhere. You know, with Kyler, we've said for weeks, yeah, he's eligible to return. They'll probably try to activate him for the playoffs. You know, Rome, it's been in the headlines for a while. I get Braxton had become a backup anyway, but completely out of nowhere that they have activated his practice window here. So I am definitely fascinated by this. I can't imagine there'd be a scenario where he would start, but I don't know. I mean, this is interesting. I would assume Ozzie is gonna give it a go and play. I hope he's healthy. Maybe it's just, hey, if he's cleared medically, like, why not? Like, have an extra body available. Who knows? But I definitely did not have this one on my radar heading into the Packers game. Okay, we do have a Ian Cunningham update, as other teams who are looking for head coach and GMs are starting to request interviews, and the Atlanta Falcons have requested to interview the Bears' assistant GM. Like we told you yesterday would likely be the case. Jonathan Jones, CBS, had this news and said that Cunningham is a strong early candidate in Atlanta. And the reason for that are the reasons I pointed out yesterday. The connections are there. Matt Ryan is expected to become the new president of football, a new position the Falcons are adding, and he is going to hire a GM. Well, he is really close buddies with Ryan Poles because they played together at Boston College, were teammates and I believe roommates at one point. They have kept in touch. He's been in the Bears facility the last few years since Poles got the gig. And who is Ryan Poles' right-hand man? Ian Cunningham. So you know Poles has probably put in a good word to Matt Ryan about Ian Cunningham even before he knew that he could potentially have a job in a front office in the NFL. So I think there's a really good chance this happens. I think if he interviews well, he's a strong candidate. He's been a finalist for other GM jobs. He worked under Howie Roseman. He's overseen a lot of the Bears scouting over the last few years, and obviously now they're good. They're turning a corner, and teams have seen some of the players they've selected and the development and all of that stuff for that team, for this team this year. So I would put it at 50-50 or better that Ian Cunningham becomes the next general manager of the Atlanta Falcons. Now, do you want Cunningham to land a GM job? Because it's always a double-edged sword, right? You get 2 third-round picks with him being a minority candidate if he does get the job, so you'd get a third this year and next year, which would certainly help. At the same time, he's clearly an asset for the Bears. So I think it's always a win-win in these situations, but at the same time, getting that draft capital when you need to add some defensive talent this offseason, I think I would prefer for him to get that job. And honestly, I think he's ready. I think he deserves it. So best of luck if that ends up being the case. All right, that's going to do it for this edition of Chicago Bears Now. We might do a third video today, so stay tuned. Busy day, but might drop another episode later on. So turn those notifications on. We might rip another episode of Bears Now by Chat Sports. My name is Harrison Graham. We'll see you soon, and bear down.